everyone, my name is Manilka and I'm from Zone 24/7. Joining me today is Ramalee Rodrigo, our resident associate data scientist, who will be diving into the world of survival analysis, a statistical technique that holds immense value in understanding event durations and probabilities. It's a fascinating field that has real-world applications you might not even be aware of. So, let's get started, shall we, Ramalee? What is survival analysis and why do you think it's important?
When you say survival analysis, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it about analyzing survival rates, something like life or death scenarios? Well, it is, but it's not only limited to that. Because when it comes to survival analysis, it's all about studying survival in various contexts, with its roots in the field of medical research. Because in the past, it had helped researchers study and understand various things like how long it will take for a patient to recover after a certain drug, or how survival rates of different diseases, like cancer, for example. So in that context, survival analysis is a fascinating tool to be used when it comes to studying survival and time periods, not only in the field of medicine, but in other fields as well.
So it's like predicting when something will happen and how long it will last?
Exactly. So it is about predicting event times and probabilities. So here, your focus is on, studying the time period of the event that you are interested in.
So Ramalee, what will happen if the event does not occur in your selected time frame of study?
Yeah, exactly. These kind of scenarios can happen in the survival analysis studies. We actually call it sensor data when it comes to survival analysis. So it's when the event that you're interested in does not happen within that specific time period. For example, you're studying the event is death of a cancer patient, and that doesn't occur in the time frame that you consider, let's say from year 2004 to 2006. But however, the patient you're considering passes away in year 2007. So it's not within that time frame. So statisticians have come up with ways to deal with this. For example, you can use multiple imputation techniques, or using Kaplan-Meier estimators, or you can actually use interval sensory models.
Wow, that is a lot of ways. I'm sure our viewers now know where to look if they face this kind of situation. So moving forward, could you share a simple case study to help us see how survival analysis works in real life?
Sure thing. So imagine a hospital, for an example, and the staff want to study how long it will take for a patient to recover after giving him some sort of a treatment, right? So the survival analysis will help them estimate the recovery times. For example, they can have a set of treatments and compare these recovery times to see which treatment is better. So that way, they can plan out their resources more effectively. So in this specific scenario, the event that you are focused on is the recovery of a patient. So that's why I actually said that survival analysis is not only limited to these life and death situations. You can see it's like recovery, right?
Yeah, so that sounds pretty practical. Can you give us some examples outside the medical field as well?
Sure. Let's take an example from the field of e-commerce, right? So here they would like to know how long their customers will stay in the shop until they stop shopping. So by using survival analysis, they can predict the customer lifetimes, like how long it will take them to leave the shop after doing their shopping. It can be either males and females, they can compare something like that. And that way, it will help them to tailor their marketing strategies more effectively.
So could you give us another example, maybe from, say, the field of manufacturing?
Okay, field of manufacturing. Okay, in field of manufacturing, you have a lot of machinery, right? And these machines have components which have, again, varying lifespans. So the survival analysis will help the engineers figure out and estimate the, let's say, reliability of these components. So that way they can guide and have a maintenance schedule. So by sticking to that maintenance schedule that I have come up with by doing the survival analysis, it can help them keep their machinery in like tip-top shape, right? So that way the manufacturing plant can run flawlessly without downtime.
So, these examples really show how survival analysis can be quite helpful. But why should our viewers care about this in their everyday lives?
Excellent question, Manilka. Because when you say survival analysis, people might think, okay, is it for the experts? But actually, it helps you make better decisions. For example, in the field of medicine, it helps you guide treatment plans. And when it comes to businesses, it helps in customer retention. And even in the field of engineering, it helps them guide the maintenance schedules, like I said earlier. So when it comes to social sciences as well, it will help you understand various event durations, such as, let's say, marriage or unemployment.
So, it's not just about numbers, it's about making better choices?
Exactly. So survival analysis equips us to predict and manage uncertainties, and also it helps us, well, plan resources more effectively and also make informed decisions. So that way it will ultimately improve our outcomes.
So, Ramalee, just to wrap things up, we've learned that survival analysis isn't just about life and death situations. It helps us with time to event data in many areas like medicine and business. It's a tool for everyone to make better life decisions in real life scenarios. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't matter whether you are a doctor, an engineer, or just someone who's just curious about data, because survival analysis is a valuable skill to have in your toolkit.
That's super great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ramalee.
Thank you for having me.
Today, we've learned that data is all around us, and understanding it can change the way in which we see the world. Stay curious, keep exploring data, and remember, every event in life has its own story to tell.